Hello, everybody. You can call me Hunch because I've got a hunch. Everything I say here is not financial advice. Let's just get into it. I talk about stacks a lot, but we're going to be talking about meme coins a little bit. Okay, so let's review a little bit. This is Ethereum. I'm just going over the last bull run, the 2021 region, right? It roughly went up 1,100%, depending on where you pick. Bitcoin was at 600%, so vastly outperformed by Ethereum. That absolutely sucks. But stacks, believe it or not, and we may have to refresh here, which we will. Let's see if this works out nicely. Okay. Right. So stacks went up roughly 1,800%, right? Give or take, wherever it is, doesn't really matter. If you've been following me for a while, I've been saying I think stacks is going to $30 a coin. There's a lot of reasons for that. Liquid staking may be taking up supply. Institutional investors or institutions are becoming signers on the network for SBTC, the Nakamoto release, 5-second block times. Right, not bloating the Bitcoin chain. I think it's going to be the number one L2 in the world. That's a bold prediction. I know, but that's the way I feel. So, anyway, I also think Asian countries, Southeast Asia specifically, Japan, Korea, so on and so forth, they all love stacks. And they also love Bitcoin, right? I don't think Americans are going to be buying meme coins on Bitcoin so much, maybe Solana or Ethereum, okay? Now, if QE does happen, right, I think it will be led by China. They're in a ton of debt. If they do QE, right, I can't really follow the central bank there like I can in the U.S. It's a little more obfuscated. But if it does, I tweeted about it. I said, Asian meme coins are my bet. Mr. Yen, Dog, Bip. When the yen trade blows up, we all love our son. So I think, these, specifically Mr. Yen is actually a funny meme on the yen trade blowing up, right? If you don't know what the yen trade is, you should go look it up. It's basically borrowing money in yen and buying other assets globally. And then if they raise interest rates, it'll blow up the whole trade and everyone will lose their shorts. Okay, so that's basically that in a nutshell. It's a little complex, right? But so that's what I'm saying. So my number one is BIP, right? This is called Based Internet Panda. I think that's interesting. I think Asian people love pandas, okay? Now, that may be stereotypical. I don't know, but typically you see these in zoos, pandas, okay? And it's funny, okay? I think that's hilarious. Now, this is a rune. You could go see it. It's been pumping like crazy. It's up 22%. I think it was up like 50%. We're at 2.845 million, right? So that is so low. Some meme coins on Solana, like every day, get to 100 million, 50 million, right? So I think it's very possible if these become more tradable and easy to access on like DEXs, right, which will be built by stacks, which is super important to remember, will be built by stacks. These assets can move fast, quickly in different allotments rather than, buying a big allotment, right? For example, over here, 13,000, right? You can buy one or whatever if we use stacks as an infra play. That's also why I like stacks so much. It's a fantastic infra play, infrastructure, if you don't know what I mean, on that. Now, Dog Go to the Moon. That's my second favorite. Why? It's a cute little picture up there. Do you see it up there? But I also do feel as well that this is more of an Asian culture coin. It's at $400 million market cap, so you're not going to get as much return unless we go up to Dogecoin levels, like at 50 billion, right? Which would, be 100x or whatever. But a little more difficult to make gains, but still, I think there's a lot of upside. Now, this has the most upside, in my opinion, Mr. Yen, $1.5 million market cap. It's definitely an Asian culture trade. It's recovering nicely here if you look at the chart. And let's look at the chart for Runes-Based Panda, right? So up only for Based Internet Panda. So these are the three I'm interested in. I think if we do return to a bull market, now is a good time to be in them. That doesn't mean you have to buy a ton, right? This is at 1 million, right? You should be, in my opinion, if you want to trade, right, you're in and out for 100% gain, or you're in it for a 50 to 100x and you just hold it and you go, set it and forget it. Hope, or come up with a plan. Maybe it's a 20x or a 30x or whatever it is for you, right? For these, I'm hoping for, 50 to 100x. Or maybe even a 500x, right? If we get to $1 billion, I think some are going to hit $1 billion. If the yen trade blows up, I can easily see this going over $1 billion in market cap. But that would have to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. So on and so forth. So I think it's pretty interesting to be looking at the memes, right? There's also memes on stacks. that I like that are interesting, right? Everybody likes Welsh. I'm not that into Welsh that much. I think Leo is a better one. Or Moist Sock, the classic Moist Sock. Interesting, right? I know you guys are classy on Stacks. I'll tell you. Anyway, you could call me Hunch because I've got a raging hunch. See you soon.